Hello and welcome. Are you ready to totally change up your productivity game? I mean, really, truly conquer your day before most people have even had their second cup of coffee? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful method that's designed to do exactly that. Let's get right into it.
So picture this. You sit down at your desk, you're full of good intentions, you open up your laptop, and you are ready to be productive. But then, what actually happens? Does the start of your day look a little something like this?
You know the drill. First, you check your email. You fire off a few quick replies. You tell yourself, oh, I'll just glance at a news site for 5 minutes. Then you start knocking out a couple of small, easy tasks, things that probably weren't even on your list, just to feel like you're doing something. Then you look up at the clock and bam, it's 11:30. The morning is just gone. You've definitely been busy, but let's be honest. Have you been productive? Have you actually moved the needle on the things that truly matter? Yeah, because that one big, important, maybe kind of intimidating project is still just sitting there completely untouched, and it's casting this shadow over everything else you're trying to do. This feeling of being stuck in busy work is so common.
But what if I told you there's a simple, powerful, and, a slightly strange-sounding antidote to this whole cycle? It is a total game changer, and it's called the Eat That Frog method.
Okay, so first things first. What in the world is this frog we're supposed to be eating? Let's break down exactly what we're talking about here. To put it simply, your frog is your number one, single most important task for the day. It's that one thing you know you should do, but you probably really don't want to. And crucially, it's the task that will have the biggest, most positive impact on your goals.
Now, the whole idea behind the name actually comes from a famous Mark Twain quote. The logic is pretty simple. If you have to do something unpleasant, get it over with first thing. That way, everything else that follows seems like a piece of cake in comparison.
All right, so you figured out what your frog is. Now what? How do you actually, eat it? Well, the method is incredibly simple, and that's exactly why it works so well. It all comes down to just 3 steps to prepare and execute. So here's the game plan. Step 1, you identify your frog the night before. Step 2, you prepare your workspace in the first 5 minutes of your day. And step 3, you get to work on it totally uninterrupted. Let's break each of those down.
Okay, step 1 is honestly the most critical part, and it happens before your workday even starts. At the end of today, just take 2 minutes to decide on tomorrow's frog. Write it down. This simple little action gets rid of that decision fatigue in the morning when your brain is the most easily distracted.
Next up, step 2. When you sit down to work, your only goal for the first few minutes is to prepare your space. This means clearing your desk, closing all those extra tabs, and opening only what you need for that one task. Put your phone on silent and, this is important, put it out of sight. You're building a fortress of focus. And finally, step 3. This is where the magic happens. You commit to working on that one task, and only that task until it's done. Now, if it's a huge project, just commit to a solid, uninterrupted block of time, maybe 90 minutes. The whole key here is to give your freshest, peak morning energy to your most important work.
Now for the best part, why is this simple habit so life-changing? Let's talk about the incredible benefits you get after the hard work is done, the amazing aftertaste, if you will.
First up, there's the massive psychological impact.
The feeling of accomplishment you get from finishing your biggest, toughest task before 10 a.m. is just incredible. It gives you this huge boost of endorphins, a wave of energy, and confidence that literally propels you through the rest of your day. It's a huge win.
Second, it's all about building unstoppable momentum.
Think about it. Instead of starting your day by reacting to emails and notifications, you start with a proactive win. This creates this powerful positive feedback loop that makes you more motivated and more productive in everything else you decide to tackle.
And third, and this is a big one, it dramatically improves your mental well-being for the entire day. This method completely gets rid of that nagging, low-level anxiety that comes from having a big, dreaded task hanging over your head all day. Once that frog is eaten, the rest of your day feels lighter, clearer, and just way less stressful.
So you see, the Eat That Frog method isn't just some time management trick. It's a real long-term strategy for winning your workday, every single day. It's about making it a habit.
By just identifying your most critical task and tackling it first thing with focused energy, you break that cycle of procrastination. It's a small, consistent habit that, believe me, compounds into absolutely massive results over time.
And that brings us to the final and really the most important question. I want you to think about it tonight before you wrap up your day. What is your single most important task for tomorrow? Identify it, write it down, and commit to eating that frog first thing.
For more insights like this, you can always find our blogs at www.multigyan.in. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful, it would mean the world if you could show your support by liking this and subscribing to the Multigyan YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining us.